match that could end up defining both teams' seasons. It is Out of Style versus Evil Geniuses, and in all esports, Lola, week one is important. For Rocket League, however, we have such a short season that week one is defining. It is so big for both these teams to come out big.
Before I get into that, I love how Axetos on the desk is like, yeah, Out of Style, they're really important, emotions. I got EG. He's done that twice now, and it makes me laugh every time. But yeah, I mean, you talked about it, defining moments. When it comes down to head-to-head tiebreakers in the end, there's teams that we've kind of shoot in for the top 3, top 4 kind of positions partially. And EG was a team that finished 6th when they were FlyQuest last season and are kind of in a similar position if they can win this match as well. Being 2-0 against other teams that we've kind of picked to be towards that lower end of the, I guess, the leaderboard. But match that has a lot of implications to it.
Absolutely. Definitely us as analysts and as broadcasters have these teams where we think they are in our own heads, but it's about what you do on that field. It's about how you step up to the plate. We've seen it in previous series or seasons where teams that we don't expect to go that far end up just blowing expectations apart. Both these teams this week could be that, as that's going to be the perfect start for Corrupted G.
What a shot from Corrupted G. I did not think he was going to be able to get this angle. At most was going to be able to set it down, but the softest of touches.
Last season's top goal scorer in North America, and if you're watching him play, you wouldn't even think that 3 months had passed. He has just resumed where he was last season, stepping up and giving his team the 1-goal lead, and we're not even half a minute into this game. Now Classics just over the top, coming out with that Dominus. Gonna give him less front room on the front of the car, but he should be able to go for much bigger saves as well as much larger flicks. Definitely pros and cons to each car in the game. Chrome looking to go for the backboard. Johnny will be there, however. Gonna go long. Hato running over to Classics, who plays that long yet again.
Between these two teams here earlier on in the day, we did see quite a bit of demos, but primarily for Out of Style only when they were on offense. As for EG, it was all over the pitch, primarily led by Corrupted G. Good to see if they're going to work themselves in this series as well. So far, pretty quiet.
Corrupted G now up. Plays over to the side. He's got Chrome to aim for. Chrome will turn it off the post. Evil Geniuses really letting their intent be known in game one.
Great setup by Corrupted G. Actually faking that one down and playing it underneath the attacking person on defense. Makes it really easy for Chrome. He just has to put a good placement on net, and it's almost perfect. Going off that post and in. Great start for Evil Geniuses here. They're up by 2 in a minute and a half. Seeing if they can continue that trend as they immediately go back on offense.
Chrome now has to race all the way back down to his own half. Big demo from the Chinio, and Classics, out of fear, I guess, turns that into his own net. I tell you what, when Lachinio's running at you like that, I'd be scared as well.
Oceania did a great job just playing like a linebacker almost. Test Classic spins him up and just goes straight for the ball afterwards, ends up pinching towards the old net. Classics did have the opportunity, but I think he just wanted to get it out there as quickly as possible. Fortunate for him, it ends in the back of his own net.
It's another poor touch as well. Corrupted G forced to move forward. Now Chrome can reinstate that 2-goal lead. Instead, lays it straight up for Classics. Now the Chinio, poor touch from him. Epic Johnny has to take that over the top of Corrupted G. After a very good start from Evil Geniuses, both teams now looking shaky. Hato all the way back. He's going to be leaving that for Johnny. Now it's to try and follow up. Both him and Corrupted G end up missing, so Lachinio can play it forward. And once again, Lachinio, he's got options left and right. I don't like that he's not quite taking them. Classics on the breakaway. Gonna have to try and wait for the shot to come to him. Can't quite get it this time. The Chinio with the save and followed up from Chrome. 3-1.
We talk about ping pong going back and forth across the net. Look at this. Hold on, wait for it. 1, 2, 3, and go.
As Chrome was in the best position to finish that one off, but there is a possibility right now for both teams to just be that little bit more critical with the way they are moving forward. Now Corrupted G, well, just slices away through the defense. 4-1 now. That's 2 goals back to back.
Talking about cheating up on the kickoff. As soon as that ball is played in, One player on the defense follows that kick, trying to hope the 50-50 goes in their favor. And as for Corrupted G, just takes a quick cut inside past that last defender. Easy way to up that goal margin.
Look at me, another one. Corrupted G. Oh, classics! Has his shot saved, almost off a pinch from the post. But if you're out of style, yeah, we laugh about it, but that's twice now. They've almost been caught from the kickoff. That needs fixing.
Just the simple things that shouldn't be happening at this level at all.
Corrupted G now. Going to leave it for Chrome. Gets a good win from the challenge, but Oceania has the ball in the corner. Now Johnny plays it straight down. It's a hit and run after strategy coming out of style, but they're not able to win any of these races. Lucinio, ow, I think is the best way of describing what he did there. That is his third demo of this game. Already got the crucial one earlier on that forced Classics into the own goal.
He's just been a bully this game. I mean, it's worked. It's the only goal they've gotten because of it.
Absolutely. This time working out to relieve some defensive pressure. Hato looking for the setup. Oh, it just hits the lip at the bottom of the wall. Unable to get it to bounce straight out for a waiting third man. Now Hato's just going to leave it as Classics. Just try to bolt it away over to Chrome. Evil Geniuses just trying to keep the ball out of their own half right now. Need to keep this score on the side of our style low as we head into the final minute and 15 seconds. Dr. G, he's still got boost for this. Gets the demo as well. Can try and follow up. Almost fell on the ball. So much time was taken to set up that play, but it was still almost executed perfectly.
Issue with that play altogether, though. Anastyle didn't send a single person in the air. Contest that ball as another one almost squeaking into the back of the net. But the pressure from EG has been unstoppable. As one shot after another, Chrome is going to put another one away. This game's all but over.
Yeah, Evil Geniuses have stomped their authority on game one here. And I really like what they've done. They've boost starved out of style for the most part, and they are leaving that ball incredibly high. They are forcing the idea of if you want this ball, you have to try and use your boost. You have to go up into the air. And even if you win it, we've got ourselves a little advantage there because we can just play it straight back over and do the same thing. Rinse, repeat, get the goal eventually.
Well, I mean, that's the benefit of lofting it and making sure it doesn't hit the ceiling, right? You have to expend so much boost to go up in the air to contest that. But not only is that happening, but then you have EG who's also denying them all that boost and controlling it, as well as these bumps on net. They're applying all this continuous pressure, and you're cutting off pretty much half the boost. Those 100 boosts in the sides, they're just not able to get to because they're constantly under attack.
Lucinio and the rest of Out of Style looking to try and gain some momentum as we head over to game two. Puts the shot on, and that is going to go in. Epic Johnny just lands on it. I think it was a steal, but a steal's go. That was a pretty one. Yes.
I mean, still, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it was very nice.
Goal secured. It's not a steal.
There's some momentum as well heading into game number two. Evil Geniuses pretty much dominating this matchup of a hat-trick from Chrome, a hat-trick of assists as well from Classics, and they will take game number one.
Dominant performance coming out from Evil Geniuses. It just seems to be that they're beating Out of Style at their own game, as we saw them playing extremely aggressive in their first match against NRG. And Evil Geniuses put on the pressure just one after another. Look at the amount of shots. 18 in total, if I can do math. It is 18, I did it.
It is 18.
Okay.
You managed to do it.
Mental math. Maybe, does it count as NA math if I have an EU guy next to me?
I think it's like 50-50.
Okay.
Like, I have to take part of the blame if you end up getting it wrong because I didn't correct you. But Evil Geniuses, there was very little they did wrong at all in that matchup. Yes, there was an own goal. Yes, there was one goal towards the very end. But offensively, it just seemed like they have a strategy. It wasn't flashy at all, but they executed perfectly throughout that series.
Yeah, a lot of it just had to do with this kind of over-aggression style that they weren't really punished for. A lot of the times they lofted it up in the middle of the field, and it's just simply because of that boost tonight you were talking about and the boost management they had on that top half of the field. There was nothing Out of Style could do. They just had to sit and watch. You saw it time and time again where they just wouldn't go up to contest the ball, and it didn't matter because if they expend that boost to go up, now they're even in more trouble on defense.
You at home want to be able to figure out just how well this is being done. Look how many times the ball's going to be lofted, and then the player that lofted the ball immediately tries to go over and steals a boost. No follow-up for the ball. Boost steals every time. And if Evil Geniuses can keep that going, then they could be well on their way to a 2-0 opening week. But I know for a fact that Outstyle are going to have something to say about that. I really am looking forward to seeing what their response is going to be in Game 2.
EG trying to stay 2 steps ahead, but for Out of Style, they know what they did wrong. Time to make those changes here.
Johnny now over in the corner. It's an opportunity now for Out of Style to start this game off right, and they are going to do so. Lachinio turns it in for an opening lead.
Much better from Epic Johnny and the rest of the guys. You're kind of curious now that Justin is no longer on this squad, who is going to be the one that Lachinio sets up? Turns out it doesn't matter. Epic Johnny setting up Lachinio on that one. Grade 1-2 coming out to start match number 2.
Definitely some mistakes, though, there from Evil Geniuses. Nobody on the back post. They would have been able to react pretty well, but instead someone on the front post, someone waiting for the ball to be passed to them, almost right in front of the net, was not the correct way of going about it, not showing enough respect to Out of Style's offensive moves.
Wanting to stay on that back post just so you give yourself time
to
approach the ball.
What on earth is happening here? Classics is gonna capitalize on possibly the slowest goal we've seen in a long time in the RLCS. Mistakes all over.
Shinio, one who definitely loves boost, rather than rotating in a little bit faster, decides to get that corner boost and just doesn't have the ability to get back in time.
I don't think he expected the mistake, like over on the other side. So just like that, we are all tied up yet again. Out of Style did the hard work of getting the lead, but just weren't able to hold on for that long at all. Lachinio basically putting that straight up to Corrupted G. Classics takes the shot. Hato with the reverse save, able to keep it out of his own net. Now Johnny looking for Lachinio. Lateral passing plays not quite working out. Hato can't get them before Corrupted G. He's going to bounce off the backboard. Classics looking for the setup, but couldn't really catch it with the left-hand side of his car. Would have known Chrome that would love to have added a 4th to his goal tally. As Epic Johnny puts it straight down. Follow up there from Hato. Lovely setup. And if they can just squeeze it in, it would have been the perfect play. But instead, Evil Geniuses block them out.
Fantastic defense by Evil Geniuses, despite that double commit. Able to get away with it. One of those things that rather make the save just in case. Pressure from Evil Geniuses, trying to find something, but Out of Style has done a pretty good job of bouncing back. It seems to be that they've spread the field a little bit better. Not as shaky on some of these challenges. A lot of that having to do with just the ability to actually get some boost, as a beautiful bump from Hano is going to move that open for Lachinio. What a play in that corner.
Think you're going back into a defensive position? Absolutely not. Held back. Hato running through Chrome. And Lachinio will pick up the pieces. Out of Style, back in the lead. Now they need to convert. They've already gone down from here once. Chrome looking to try and add on to those really good kickoff plays that they had earlier, and it will be converted. Out of Style yet again, not able to hold on to their lead for more than 10 seconds.
Evil Genius is doing exactly what just happened to them. As soon as Chrome makes that touch, looks, okay, who can I bump? Takes him out of the net, and an easy goal for Corrupted G. Immediate response, all tied up here in game number 2.
Chrome up once again. This is a huge problem right now for Out of Style. Every time off the kickoff, Chrome is finding space, he's finding the ball, and he's been able to make so many opportunities out of that, as the aforementioned now comes in with the save. Evil Geniuses have 2 behind the ball. Chrome found, launches a shot, and it could go in. Lachinio forced to save. Corrupted G puts it straight down to a teammate who isn't there.
Looks like he wanted to put a shot on net, just got in front of it a little bit too much. As a beautiful back pass, a shot by Chrome, not gonna make it.
Off the backboard, here's Chrome. Should be able to get there, but can't quite make contact. Out of Style, low boost overall, but they've managed to escape with the one man that did, and he's gonna continue to do damage. Lachinio using that wall to his advantage, continuing to press the ball, and now Out of Style can push and look for their 3rd. Being pushed over to the side and into the corner. Epic Johnny unable to do enough. It's Hato putting that straight over to Corrupted G, and Corrupted G launches it back over to the Out of Style side. Neither team really all that happy. Oh wow, more bumps coming out from Corrupted G. I was going to say, neither team really happy to take the ball down and create their own opportunity, but if you're just going to hit and then hit the opponents instead, why not keep that ball in the air and force your opponents to start looking at that have the ball come up high rather than looking at you running towards them for that demo.
Interesting decision here by Out of Style as well. Two players up in that corner and a pass back inside. Preemptive jump, trying to get a pass mid-air. A little bit risky, but would have been beautiful if it worked out. It would have been difficult to defend as a shot from Classics. Just a little bit high and another shot immediately on. Evil Geniuses starting to find their footing on offense. Only a minute left.
We remain all tied up. 50 seconds now, silver gold territory. Classics, over to Corrupted G.
Great back pass.
Puts it up high now, Corrupted G on the wall. Off the backboard, Lachinio should be able to clear, not quite enough power there. Epic Johnny's gonna have to try and follow, but he's got no boost, unable to do anything. Classics off the backboard, Hato has to try and rush this down, can't get there, but Epic Johnny, despite being hounded and mauled, able to get the save. Still all tied up. Out of Style forcing the issue in this game as they hold on. Now Classics over to Corrupted G. No one over there though. Just Corrupted G up high. Him and Lachinio getting a little bit too close to one another there. Off the backboard. Opportunity to finish it off for Chrome. 3-2. And unless a kickoff can go majorly in favor of Out of Style, that could be game.
Great consecutive touches from Evil Geniuses, just working that corner, making sure they maintain possession. Something they've done much better in this game. Just one touch after another, trying to draw out defenders and find the right moment. Chrome not afraid to take that risk. Be that third man in and commit to it. Is enough to possibly end it in last second shot. If this one drops, Evil Geniuses,
oh
no top right from Lachinio, ties it up.
Lachinio winds back the clock and says, you know who I am. I am a former world champion, and if I have anything to say of it, I am a future world champion. Clutch goal from Lachinio. Whew. Let's get into it. There is no time to breathe. Next goal will win game 2. Epic Johnny with the shot on target. And just like that, Out of Style take game 2.
In what could have been a chance to be at match point, Lachinio comes up clutch, top right with a shot, and then 7 seconds later, Out of Style will tie up the series.
I'm going to do my best Quinn impression right now. That was insane.
But Zane Jackie isn't playing.
Absolutely. He will be later on, though, as you guys can potentially watch that one. But talking about this game, Out of Style just turned it on with only a matter of seconds remaining. Here is Lachinio's final goal. And what a time to step up. Finds the top right-hand corner.
To be able to get that touch as well, he air rolls his car a little bit to the right, so when he flips back into it, it puts that power all towards the net. If he would have hit that in pretty much any other way, it would either would have went too high or hit low with the wheel. So Lachinio having the awareness off that touch from Hato, my goodness.
Whew, that was fun. Let's do it again. And we will be in a matter of seconds, but let's just go over and break down very quickly what we've seen so far. Out of Style, these kickoffs, they need to fix.
Right.
Like, that almost cost them big in that series. 2 times they're in the lead. 2 times they dropped it almost immediately. They've got to find a way of preventing that. But on the other side of Evil Geniuses, what went wrong there? What did they do that cost them that game?
So a lot of it, they seem to be, and this is on both sides of the pitch, very, very bump-oriented. But as soon as Evil Geniuses focuses on the basics, quick consecutive touches, passing, maintaining possession with their teammates, just these subtle little touches to either A, pass it back to your teammate to immediately clear it back up. That's just forcing this team of Out of Style to push forward a little bit. They need to keep the simple stuff with minor mistakes, if any at all. As soon as they can clean up those kind of basic things, they don't really seem to have any issues.
Game number 3, Manfield Day. Out of Style and Evil Geniuses both have 1 game apiece. Huge game 2 for Out of Style. Forced to battle in almost a war of attrition between these two teams. Classics off the backboard. That is an open net for Corrupted G. The shot was almost too bad, and it manages to sneak through. Take a look at this one, Lawler. Just the pass comes through, and the shot takes out 2 pre-jumping defenders.
So Classics played that great. 2 consecutive touches, rockets it immediately back in. I think it even caught Corrupted G off guard based upon that shot, but it was like a weird change-up kind of shot. I don't know if you understand the reference because you don't watch baseball.
I have no idea.
But it looks like it's going to go in really fast, but then it's played really slow. And because they're pre-jumping, it actually worked out great. Because once you're in the air, like, good luck pumping the brakes. Unless he's able to, like, flip backwards and boost against the way he's going, which, good luck, I guess. I don't know.
Either way it is in. Corrupted G now going to try and put it back over for Chrome. It's out of style, want to play the ball out of their own half. Hato wants to try and get out. Good demo. Will there be a follow-up? No. Classics actually backflips away, leaving it for Chrome. Good heads-up play, but that might not be enough. Out of style, pressing the issue. Lachinio going to put it straight back over to Epic Johnny. Good defensive play, keeping it away. Epic Johnny can't make contact.
Really smart by Lachinio to not wait on that one. Just playing that into the corner for his teammate. Just needs to make sure that nobody else on Evil Geniuses is up already, waiting to hit it. Those little small touches, buying them a little bit of time, but Evil Geniuses, again, back on offense, working in those demos.
Corrupted G, straight over to Chrome. These infield passes are working wonders now for Evil Geniuses. They are ripping and tearing out of Styles' defense apart, and that is going to be their reward. A goal. It's going to put them 2 up.
Fortunate for Lachinio, just felt cemented in that near post. Just doesn't have much he can do with these consecutive touches, one after another. I talked to you about going back to the basics, maintaining possession, and you see it, just quick consecutive touches is making it extremely difficult for Out of Style to play.
Hato missing the ball, leaving it for Epic Johnny instead. Everyone currently from Out of Style behind the ball. Going to be difficult for the Chinio to find anybody. Forces a save, but now Evil Geniuses can rotate their way back over to the offensive side. Corrupted G wants to find the infield pass, and we see Hato. They had someone trying to attack him from behind. That is definitely still a strategy Evil Geniuses want to go for. Play the game slow, get the opportunity to go for a shot, and time it with the demo.
Evil Geniuses are doing a great job of changing up the pace as well. Rather than just one standard set of play, not afraid to draw in this offensive Out of Style with quick counterattacks or really pick up the pace with consecutive touches in front of the net as an opportunity here presents itself.
Touch straight down, the Chinio backwards. Would have liked to have hit that with the front of his car, but the opportunity did not arrive. It's off the backboard again, Out of Style. Have not been able to get any sort of footing in this game. The Chinio takes the shot, but it's straight into the middle of the goal.
I will say their backboard defense still consistent from their first match against NRG, doing a good job of holding it off.
2 players committed. Chrome could probably have taken the shot early, but instead goes backboard. Classics almost just waiting for his teammate to come through. An opportunity to go 3 goals up for Evil Geniuses is going to go to waste.
Uncharacteristic of Chrome to miss that as well. Trying to go for a pinch power shot. As it pops off, but it doesn't matter.
Not Chrome's pace. That one wasn't to his taste at all, was it?
Just after a matter of time, this ball has been left for their side of the pitch for quite a while. And you can tell just by the lack of boost from Out of Style, just not able to get to the ball in time.
Out of Style after an incredible game 2 have seemed almost flat in game 3.
It's crazy what no boost will do to you.
Absolutely, you can't really go much of anywhere without it. It's Chrome, double commit from him and Corrupted G. Leaving the ball over to Hato, who launches the ball up long yet again. Out of Style, if they can get a goal soon, then maybe they can mount a comeback. But it does need to be very soon indeed. Hato wants to try and go. Still, ball up high. And the lack of boost for Out of Style means that they can just never quite make a run for it. Now the Chinio going to use a 100 boost play. Wanted to go underneath Chrome, who managed to shadow that one incredibly well. Both of them feathering up in the air.
That was so clutch by Chrome. It looked like he was going to challenge that in the midfield, as he hasn't been shy when it comes to being that third man in, committing everybody up. But in that one, he recognizes it, backs off, and ends up making a crucial save, but eventually Out of Style, able to catch Classics facing the wrong way.
And Hato, he'll be the one credited with the majority of the work here. Great coast-to-coast carry from him. Takes out the players, gets the setup, and Epic Johnny can put that into the bottom right-hand corner. So 58 seconds remaining, 2 goals currently separating the 2 teams. Honestly, after what I saw in game 2, I would not put that out of the realm of possibility, especially if that mistake. Lachinio looking for the flick, could possibly go in. Epic Johnny can't get there in time. Oh my goodness, Evil Geniuses getting the heart racing yet again, just as it seems so safe for them.
Would have been huge for Out of Style as well to put them back within 1. As the winner of this match does go on to match point. trying to close out this series. Implications absolutely huge later this season as a
Gonna do
defensive
it.
mistake is going to put them back within one.
It's happening right now. One goal now, 24 seconds. And another mistake like that could be all it takes for us to see in overtime. Epic Johnny once again getting the goal. And it's time for us to really see who can hold their nerves in these final 24 seconds, because Evil Geniuses, they know they are really starting to make mistakes. They've got to try and clear it up. Classics goes long off the backboard, wants to try and follow his zone, and what a play off the crossbar. He deserved so much more for that, but the script simply wouldn't allow it. Hato backflips, now go the entire length of the pitch. Evil Geniuses finally put this game to rest.
Classics, I thought was going to close out this game, but gives us all a little bit of a mini heart attack. Just seems to me that EG has really found their way in this match.
Yeah, they found their way all the way up until 4 minutes, well, like 10 seconds remaining, at which point it just always seems to collapse just a little bit. And in this match, they have got away with it, but they've got bigger challenges in the future, and they can't afford to be doing that. So 2-1 to Evil Geniuses, able to eventually get this game away from Out of Style with a serious push towards the end. Out of Style, though, it just seemed like they were a little bit too far back on the board. We saw it in Game 1 against NRG, where they were happy to just defend the backboard, wait for the ball to come to them. But now Evil Geniuses, they are employing a couple more infield passes, and now they're also, you know, continuing to look for those bash plays. So maybe time for Out of Style to take control of those boosts, especially those two mid boosts, and start to take this game over to Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, it just has to do with the way that these kind of veteran players are really mixing it up. It's very difficult to defend against a style that ends up changing multiple times. As for Evil Geniuses, it just seems to be that originally it started with this very chaotic early aggression with a bunch of bumps and demos, and that was kind of reciprocated on both sides. Both Out of Style and Evil Geniuses were just all over the place. But it seems that Evil Geniuses has gone very simple with their playstyle. Quick and consecutive touches, the ability to completely deny boost, and I guess that's been the real issue for Out of Style, is a team that normally wants to play really fast. When you don't have the boost to do that, not only are you having a struggle of bringing it back down to the other side of the field, but just simply the ability to maintain that kind of pressure, because they're spending half the time as soon as they do clear it, going back to their side finally to get some boost.
There's also a mental side to it all, because it's just so frustrating being unable to execute on your strategy. As well as that, but because you're out boost, you're barely even able to play as well. You're waiting for the match to happen around you. As we head into match number 4, and match point for Evil Geniuses as they look to try and round out their 2-0 week, should they win this. Epic Johnny puts it straight down to Lichinio. Nice heads-up play. Unlucky for them, Evil Geniuses were already rotating back from the opposite direction, and now it's coast to coast. Great play, and Chrome, he has just been shooting shot after shot in the net this series.
I mean, this is the difference. I mean, you see Out of Style, look how many people are all rotating back. It's every single one of them. They need to make sure they kind of communicate, okay, you two are going to attack, I'm going to be this third man. Just in case it doesn't get cleared, there's something I can do. Because they're all rotating back, even if Hato decides to spend that 40 boost and go up and make a contest, that 50-50 is going to land somewhere on their half. He needs to find a way to hit it head on.
And is that part of the mental game we mentioned during the break? Is it just them saying, finally, we've got our opportunity to try and take a lead, we need to try and take it, and it going against them? The backboard. Epic Johnny, long play from him, he can steal the midfield boost as well. Out of Style continuing to press, Lichinio all the way back. G's going to keep the ball loose. Lichinio probably to have a teammate down the middle there, but everyone now behind the ball. Out of Style determined not to make the same costly mistake twice. Launch long delay again from Classics. Just over a minute played now. Very smart decision so far from Evil Geniuses. They've got people behind the ball. They are waiting for the match to happen. They know they've got the lead. They know that they don't have to try and push the envelope too far. Hato, infield. He's got Epic Johnny's aim for, but once again, Evil Geniuses have it read. Out of Style. Their creativity has been incredibly good so far. Unfortunately for them, Evil Geniuses seem to be reading them like a book and able to just take away the play before it even happens. Now Corrupted G takes the shot. Lichinio back at the final possible second to prevent this from being a 2-goal game.
Evil Geniuses doing a great job of spreading out on the pitch. Just making sure no matter what Out of Style does or where they place it, someone is going to be ready to attack as a play over the top, just barely missing Hato.
Now Crow wants to try and take a pass, but Oceania, he doesn't have time for any of your 1v1 stuff. He's just going to barrel into that ball and continue to allow Out of Style to move forward, but it doesn't last long. Hato, huge mistake. Oceania can't get there. 2-0. Out of Style only have themselves to blame.
Great pass by Classics as well, just lofting that straight into the middle, but because of that mistake, it gives Corrupted G all the time in the world. Does he want to hit it short? Does he want to hit it hard? It doesn't matter. Bounces right over the top, catches Lucinio off guard. Evil Geniuses on their way to going 2-0 this first week of league play in the RLCS.
Lucinio ends up missing. Epic Johnny takes an early shot. Lucinio, he's going to go for the backflip. I thought he might go and try and go take the demo on Classics, who was on the goal line. Instead, try to go a little bit more fancy.
I think you wanted to get a subtle touch on it just to put it at a different angle in that net, but on a bit too much of the ball. Still Out of Style. Changing it up a little bit in this series. They just seem to be having difficulty against EG as they are poised up in that midfield, just shutting everything down.
Classics going to turn around. They want to try and make this free. Can do so as well. Classics. His setup shot is going to end up being a setup to his own goal.
Still a great play from his third man here. Just the presence of mind, having that other defender come in to jump up. It's yet another person you have to worry about.
You have to respect them. You absolutely have to respect them. Chrome going to try and take it, and I wonder if we've mentioned this yet. The kickoff. It is just Out of Style being unable to deal with Chrome, but to be honest, he's getting it a little easy right now.
They're getting greedy. I mean, okay, what doesn't make sense to me is you're down 0-3, and rather than contesting and cheating up on the kickoff, you both go for boost. The only way that works is if you do something like NRG used to, where you direct that back to the corner to maintain possession. They're just not doing that. They're giving it away for free.
It just seems like a lack of concentration or just thinking that they can get away with it, because even if you are doing that, and you're not thinking, okay, let's get the ball back over to us, at least go for a crazy kickoff. Don't just go for a stone-dead kill over in the middle of the ball. It's cost them yet again 4-0. Evil Geniuses running away with Game 4. And this could be it for them. This could be the perfect week for them.
Talked about earlier on the implications this could have. Evil Geniuses trying to improve with the addition of Classics from that 6th spot they took last season. So far, they are on the right track. So they're making their mark here in week number 1.
80 seconds now. Same position Out of Style was in last game, but with yet another goal behind. So we're 3-0 down in game 3. Hato wants to play over to the middle. Epic Johnny, though, couldn't hit it with a bumper. It's going to make this process forward incredibly difficult for them. Lucinio with the flick. Well, just not quite there. Creativity still on point for Out of Style, but once again, can't execute.
Starting to see really smart defense as well, killing the clock from Evil Geniuses. Classics put it on display as another one is going to go in the back of the net here. Rather than challenging, they're allowing these guys to aggress in, and then as soon as they think they have it, someone contests the ball, and it goes right back to the other side of the field. Evil Geniuses just seem to have everything controlled.
Yeah, absolutely nothing going right for Out of Style in Game 4. And that is going to put them 5 goals behind. Now pretty much wrap the book up on this series. Out of Style gave us an incredible Game 2. They're going to score one here.
Hey, it's the new goal explosion.
It's a very nice goal explosion as well, but I don't know, man. It's like, this seems night and day between the Out of Style we saw against NRG. They just seem so flat. They can do so much more.
A lot of it, I think, has to do with just there's certain teams out there that either play up or play down to their opponents, and I think Out of Style may be one of their teams. Clearly, all their players are fully capable of making it an extremely competitive game, and when you're playing against teams that are considered probably better, as NRG is probably one of those teams that we consider in like that top 3 position, they basically exemplify the things that you're having mistakes on, which allow you to then get better.
Into the final 20 seconds of this game. Evil Geniuses are just waiting for this clock to take its way down to the very last few ticks, as they are going to go 2-0 in their opening week. Smiles across their faces as that's another one. It wouldn't be an Evil Geniuses game if they just couldn't let some goals in that final minute.
Right, first game was 5-2. One previously was 4-2. But still, Out of Style showing glimpses here of excellence. but I think we can both agree it really starts at the one thing you can control the most, and it is that kickoff. If they do stuff like that where Hato pushes that back to his team's side, they've got a pretty good chance.